trying to get a group of people together. Maybe we start with a core group of 12 or 15 people and recruit a bunch of people together and create this. I don't know how you'd want to label it, but something that basically says we welcome people, we welcome the diversity. We really don't want to be known for intolerance and extremism. Now, maybe that's not a very positive message, and maybe we can turn it in such a way, and I'm certainly open, I don't have all the answers, clearly, where we turn it into a more positive message, but I think that's what has to happen. Short of that, it's voting. But how can I say to you, you guys have your principles. If I were to say to you, stop voting for Democrats in the May primary because they're not going to win anyway. So shift your vote to Republicans, get moderates in there, and that's where you're going to begin to make the change, where then some Republicans actually eventually start to cross over and vote for Democrats that they consider reasonable. But then you're abandoning what you believe are your principles.
Yeah.
So, okay, how can I ask you to do that?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. I'd just like to make a comment.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vince.
I did that this year for the first time ever in my life. For 17 days, I was a Republican. I don't know how many of you realize that. So that I could vote primarily for Chris, of course, but also because I was scared to death by all of the majority of the sheriff's candidates. I thought, people like, excuse me for calling names, but people like Whitehead,
Yeah.
and that group. I just felt that it was important enough to make that change so that I could at least try by my vote to assure that that didn't happen. So I see nothing wrong with that. I think the problem we get into is we wouldn't have to do that if we could find a way to get rid of closed elections, closed primaries. I don't see that happening either. But until that does, we just have to work it out, I think, on a, election to election process. But I like the idea of us starting to come together on different things and get a coalition.